James Webb Telescope. Terrifying discovery about city lights. Since it was launched, the James Webb Telescope has been sending back pictures and data that probably prove Stephen Hawking's multiverse theory right. The James Webb has made us thrilled with the most beautiful lights we have ever seen. But what if I told you it also managed to discover that we are in danger from the attack of other planets, and that the possibility of life can be found outside the Earth? Ever since we started talking about the wonderful and amazing discoveries of the James Webb Super Space Telescope, we at the GabTech channel have been very happy to be able to bring you this information that is surely part of the history of the world and of all of you. What we were not expecting was to have to announce that the recent findings of the JWSP indicate that we are all in danger in the bloodthirsty crosshairs of another planet that seems intent on destroying us. What we are saying is not nonsense or even made up, because studies of the data are indicating that in fact, the planet Jupiter, which we all learned in school is the largest of all and serves as a kind of shield against asteroids, is constantly shooting at the Earth. Apparently, Jupiter is throwing several asteroids in our direction, and not only protecting us, but playing hit the target with the target right on our heads. And if you are not subscribed by now, don't miss your chance and already click on subscribe. And since you are so close, how about clicking on like too? This is the only way to ensure that no stray asteroids end up falling on top of you. This does not mean that it is necessary for all of us to panic immediately. Alright, this gas giant that is dozens of times the size of the Earth has enough power to extinguish us if it wishes, just as it did with the poor dinosaurs. The studies of Jupiter's behavior that the James Webb Space Observatory has been able to capture indicate that there is such a possibility. But it doesn't mean that we are in danger. Not now, anyway. Of course, with all the new information that the JWST findings have brought so far, it is hard to believe that this is really happening. After all, first he gets much of the scientific community to doubt the well-established Big Bang Theory, and now he starts accusing other planets of trying to attack us, maybe even to a galaxy far, far away, where we will tell you more about the fascinating discoveries that the James Webb Telescope has been bringing to the world about the city lights. But if you think this is just bad news, you are very wrong, because James Webb has finally brought some totally dedicated information to the community that faithfully believes that there is life out there. Did JWST manage to prove them right all along? Before you jump to any conclusions, take a closer look at today's video and get a better understanding of what's been driving the cosmological community crazy. James Webb's mission. The truth is that with the creation of the James Webb Telescope, scientists hope to find evidence of other habitable planets and distant galaxies that we had not yet even imagined. But the James Webb proved to be an even more promising invention as it transmitted the first images that changed many scientists' perspective on the way they viewed space and even the way they believed the origin of life. By observing mysterious lights in space in one of the images transmitted by the telescope, astronomers are optimistic about habitable planets and signs of life elsewhere in the universe. That's right. It looks like we will finally have some verdict on what is one of the oldest debates of all mankind, whether there is life outside the Earth. But could this peculiar light that was discovered by James Webb be a sign of life on other planets? It is this kind of mystery that scientists are trying to discover, and we will be the lucky ones to discover it together with them. But now you should know that NASA, together with its two partners, the European Space Agency and the Canadian Space Agency, was the creator of this huge revolutionary telescope called the James Webb Telescope. The powerful telescope which is more like a space observatory, cost almost $10 billion to build. And of all of us, scientists are the happiest that all this investment is paying off so clearly and so quickly. They believe that the time and money spent on its creation was worth it, especially after observing their absolutely flawless images that JWST was able to provide to everyone. This may be the largest and most powerful space telescope in all of human history to date. And even though it took NASA and their cohorts almost 25 long years to complete this project and develop this true masterpiece, it was worth it. To debut the equipment, the James Webb operators pointed the telescope at the exoplanet, WASP 96b. It is one of more than 5,000 that we know of in the Milky Way, and is located 1,150 light-years from us. Just a reminder here that an exoplanet is so named when we find a planet completely outside our solar system, WASP 96b, located in the constellation Phoenix. This is a different kind of gas giant than those in our solar system. First of all, it is less dense. Its size is 1.2 times that of Jupiter, but its mass is about half. Furthermore, it is very hot. With an average temperature close to 500 degrees Celsius, it is very close to its star, the so-called WASP 96, and its orbit is so small that a full year there is about 3.5 Earth days. While most of the images released by NASA show photographs of different regions of space, the one from WASP 96b is the only one that features a graph. Despite all the technology built into the telescope, all we can get from distant exoplanets like this are clues to their existence. In this case, the clue is the small amount of light that the planet blocks out when it passes in front of its star. The graphical representation of this data helped scientists to conclude that there is water on WASP 96b. In fact, there is a good amount of water vapor in the atmosphere of this planet. Despite the hope that this image gave us, it is too hot to harbor any kind of life. The temperature on WASP 96 is around 530 degrees Celsius. Despite the water found in the atmosphere, WASP 96b is not habitable because its orbit is too close to its star, so the heat would decimate any life forms we know of. Stephen Quintet. Another main target of the James Webb Space Telescope was a group of 5 closely connected galaxies, about 290 million light-years away from us. This group of galaxies is called the Stephen Quintet. NASA reports that 4 of these very close galaxies pass dangerously close all the time and are in danger of colliding. Incredibly high-quality images show 2 of the 5 galaxies in the process of merging. Notice how they seem to dance with each other. Scientists believe can use information about clusters of galaxies like this one here to understand how gravity works on the largest scales. This will also help us learn more about the mysterious, invisible, but gigantic being called dark matter, which is said to hold the universe together. Another cosmic record from the James Webb Telescope was the spiral galaxy, M74, located 32 million light-years from Earth in the constellation of Pisces, was one of the most beautiful cosmic structures revealed by the telescope. This is a favorite target of astronomy enthusiasts because of its orientation. The galaxy is right in front of the Milky Way, as if it were staring us in the eye, along with another telescope record that has attracted a lot of attention: the detention of the explosive death of a star, a capture that may open up a whole new area of research possibilities for the telescope. This is because it was not designed to examine supernovae, since, although it has a deep viewing capability, it tracks very small areas of space. A new discovery, besides being unpredictable, was of fundamental importance for scientists to test the observatory's ability to capture the death of very young stars from the very beginning of the universe. Carina Nebula. The next major revelation recorded by the James Webb Telescope was the Carina Nebula, one of the largest and brightest nebulae in the sky, located approximately 7,600 light-years away in the southern constellation of Carina. Nebulae are stellar nurseries where stars form. The Carina Nebula is home to many massive stars, several times larger than the Sun. In addition to presenting images of another nebula, called the Southern Ring Nebula, also known as the Eight-burst Nebula, it is a planetary nebula, an expanding cloud of gas surrounding a dying star. With this, it is possible to see that the James Webb Telescope has been fulfilling astronomers' expectations, that besides solving mysteries of our solar system, the telescope will look at distant worlds around other stars and investigate mysterious structures and origins of the universe, contributing to a better understanding of our own planet as well, proving to be a successful investment. So far, the information we have looks quite promising, but we don't know when it will actually change, so for now, scientists have a lot of work ahead of them. After all, NASA hopes that the telescope will be able to penetrate dust clouds and see light from the far reaches of space, which can be interesting and dark in equal doses. But what about you? What did you think of all this? We at GabTech find all these JWST discoveries wonderfully curious, capable of causing us great fear, as in the case of Jupiter, but bringing you great hope, as in the discovery of water outside our planet. The truth is that James Webb has just begun his journey and has already given us so much to think about it. How about you consider subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed? We caught you by surprise, didn't we? Click like and activate the notifications so you don't miss any more videos here from the star's favorite channel. See you around!